Hey guys, this is Mike McCarville and McCarville Studios. I just want to give you guys a quick update. We're going to do a real quick unboxing video, and this has to do with the East Broad Top kit that has just been released from Banta Modelworks. Bill Banta was nice enough to send me a copy, and we're going to do a build video, but I want to give you an overview. Now, if you guys go back, and I'll put links to Bill Banta's website for this kit and his website overall, and also the playlist for these other videos. What we did is we've built a East Broad Top machine shop. All of this complex, this kit goes in the same area. So the East Broad Top's a railroad in Pennsylvania. If you don't know, it's narrow gauge. It's become a tourist railroad, and actually doing a ton of work on it this year. So very cool. But this complex was one of their main areas of activity for servicing vehicle engines, rolling stock, stuff like that. It's a roundhouse there, so it's a pretty big complex. And anyway, this whole project started with a kit that was just this one structure right here, the machine shop. Later, the boiler house was added to the back of it. There's videos for each one of these. The car shop, which is still attached to this cluster of three buildings, all of that is, you can see it's pretty big. It doesn't really fit very well. Matter of fact, here's a steel hopper, HO, narrow gauge steel hopper. I mean, it looks like it's N scale or Z scale next to this thing. It's huge. And then this is the carpentry shop, little chimney on it. All these roofs are removable, and you can see some of the stuff inside, the scaffolding and the bracing and things like that. So if you want to check these out, then do that. But what this doesn't need is another building, but too late, we already have one. So this is the new kit from Banta Model Works. I'll put Bill's website link in the notes below, so please check that out. And a little bit bigger pictures of these that are on the box. This is the East Broad Top Foundry and Pattern Shop. This is essentially two kits next to each other. So to give you an idea what you get in the kit, we're going to go through it. But this is a HO scale kit, and it is basically two structures that sit next to each other. Now, in relation to all this other stuff, this kit would actually sit right about here, and it's just going to be huge. So let's go through it. So this is extremely similar to the previous kits that have been released that you can see behind me that we've already built. We're going to go ahead and go through this. So let's go through the components. The instructions, they're always really good instructions. And there's also, the first page is a lot of kind of best tips for modeling. So there's some good information in it. Tons of photos, which is awesome. I mean, look, that's mostly photos. So, they include this extra packet of diagrams, and this helps identify all of the walls as you're going through. I mean, obviously, that's the big floor section, but sometimes when you get this type of wall, you're not sure which side it goes on. So everything is very clearly labeled, lots and lots of instructions. These are all basically laser cut diagrams for how they are laid out as the laser is cutting these pieces. So rather than coming up with a bunch of 3D views, everything is labeled. And then I'll go through the parts here. I'm going to get ahead of myself. So two packages are with the kit. In this unboxing video, we've got a pattern house and we've got a foundry. So think of this as a pair of structures that did a lot of the metalworking, the casting for some of the steam locomotive parts, couplers, whatever. This is all one big old blacksmith shop. So hang on, let me get my scissors. And we're going to go through, we'll do this one first. Give you an idea of what this structure will look like. It's essentially a craftsman kit. Hang on, let me get this. There's corrugated in here. There's laser cut resin board. There's MDF for inner box construction, and so this is the package of the MDF pieces. So this is 1/16 inch thick MDF laser cut, and when it's cut, the pieces are held in with little tabs. You basically just remove the parts from the part sheet, and then these things will just fall out and fall free. It's just to keep the pieces secure during shipment and stuff. So what this will do is create an inner box construction, a lot like, I mean, all of these are the same. It'll create an inner box construction, and you glue it together, and then you've got a very solid, stable structure to build on top of, to put the outside skins on the exterior. But what's nice about this is it's not affected by moisture. I mean, it will soak up moisture pretty well, but it won't warp. So as you're building it, if you decide to stain this, it's not going to warp. There's no wood grain in it. It's medium density fiber board, so it's manufactured board, 1/16 inch, so it's really thin, but it's extremely sturdy. Interlocking tabs, so when it goes together and you get good solid glue joints, make sure everything's square, and it is just rock solid. On the outside of that structure, we've got corrugated for the roof. I'll get to that in a minute. And then we've got these 1/32 inch plywood skins that are laser cut. Now what these do is these glue onto the outside, and it's just plywood, so you can just use normal wood glue, you can use super glue, I've heard people actually mix wood glue and super glue too, so that's something to try. And what you get is a wood grain now on the outside. Now you could do board and batten, but this is a material's a lot more stable. And then you've got yellow laser board, and what this is essentially the battens and the surrounds for the windows. So you want to make sure you line this piece up really carefully, put it on the side, and then let the glue set. And I use, and so does Bill, uses Super 77. That's actually where I discovered it. It's a 3M product. It's just basically like rubber cement in a can. You spray it and let it sit for a bit, and then place it on the wall, and it's rock solid. All of these kits were built the exact same way, and the laser doors and windows all line up perfectly. The openings with the laser board with the MDF line up perfectly. Also in this package is acetate window coverings that are cut to size of all the windows that are in here. And you can see there's the windows. Now they're built up in layers. I actually have it upside down. There's the upper part of the window, the upper sash, and then the lower sash is separate, so you can place them and kind of stagger them and have the window partly open or whatever. So also in this kit is a 3D printed wall section, a lot like, it's actually the back side of it, a lot like what was included in the boiler house. There was a brick section that was exposed in the boiler house, and that was 3D printed, so this is the same type of thing. This is a little section. It's got a very small window pane on there, and you can see there's kind of a separator right there on it. So this will actually be a component on the outside of the wall. So, and it's been reproduced just like the actual structure. So very cool. So that's the first of the building. Now I opened the structure parts for the easier of the two kits. I say easier because there's a lot more parts in this bag. So it's essentially the exact same thing as the first kit we just looked at. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give you an idea of some of the more interesting features of this one. So very similar. It's got a chimney, a lot like the carpentry shop here. It's got some corrugated, but it's also got some metal pieces and this white thing that actually builds a hoist. There's a strange looking structure right here, and that's actually what that white piece is. It's a component of the lift that goes in here. Obviously, a lot of metal components. So this big T-shaped thing, it has openings on both sides, and you can see it down here as well. Sticks out both sides of the structure, and then they would use the hoist to move heavy stuff, in and out of the pattern shop, the foundry. So very similar pieces here. And you can see there's the that is the framework for that T-shaped structure. Again, same stuff in here. Board and batten, doors and windows, acetate, and there's a little roof shim on here too. So very, very similar. No need to go through every single piece. The MDF. I've used this on a bunch of kits, and this stuff is awesome to do to create a structure. And it's nice for two reasons. Number one, it gives you a very solid interior box construction. The other thing that's nice is it's thin and it's strong that you don't need any bracing on the inside, which is huge. If you've built any wood structures at all, you know that can be a true pain in the butt. So again, more 1/32 inch plywood. We're going to go through this entire build in a little bit, but I just want to give you guys a heads up that this is a new kit. And then there's some extra detail parts in here. Some of this is for that little tiny roof, that little T-section roof that sticks out, little tiny A-frames for that. Huge attention to detail. I have a ton of respect for Bill and what he does. And he is a great kit designer and modeler. And you can see there's the laser scorch marks. So you never see those because they're on a surface that's on the inside. But you can always detail the interior too, like we did on this one. This structure is ridiculous on how much is all the interior room bracing and stuff. Videos for all that. We're going to do a video for this. This is two kits essentially. So it's going to be one video, and we'll build the first building, we'll build the second building. Oh, and you know what? I forgot a building. Where is it? Oh, it's way back up there. Here, hang on. Let me go get it. There's another one that sat over there. This is the... yeah, it's even bigger than I thought. So this is warehouses, a pair of warehouses, and this would look good on a lot of different layouts, not just East Broadtop. But this basically sat right about here. So we'll put it up there. So that is the warehouse. Now, Bill sells this from his website. It's also available from the Friends of the East Broadtop website as well. I'll put that link in there too. A lot of links I got to remember. And then all of these kits are available at some point at the Friends of the East Broadtop too. I haven't checked to see which ones are in stock and which ones aren't, and if they need to reorder. But what I can tell you is that the Friends of the East Broadtop benefits greatly from the sale of these kits and other stuff that they sell. So just kind of be aware of that. But if you want to look at the newest pictures and stuff, Bill's website will have this one. So I'll throw some pictures up real quick here at the end, and then I will just give you guys the information of the links and video coming up for the complete build, just like we did for all of these other ones. And I'm losing count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be kit number 6 just in this general complex. So looking forward to kit number 7. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Check out my channel. I'll leave links for that. I'm going to leave a whole bunch of links down below. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. See you guys.